Hello world and welcome to VEDA day 29. For most of you people out there doing VEDA, this means that there's only like 2 days left counting today. But for me, there's 5 days left counting today because I owe you 3 extra videos because I said I'd make up for videos that I didn't do. So you're still stuck with me for another 5 days. Aren't you lucky? This video may be framed a little bit weird because I can't find my tripod right now and I don't feel like looking all over my house and I want to make a video while Naomi is asleep. And so that's the plan. Here's a question. Did any of you ever watch Prison Break or Breakout Kings? We watched Prison Break and we watched on Netflix all in like a month, and that's a lot of Prison Break. And we watched Breakout Kings. We watched the first season a little while ago, and then finally the second season was up on Netflix, so we went and we watched all of that. Did any of you watch that? Because they canceled it after season 2. It was a great show, Breakout Kings, and it ends so terribly. Like it's a great season finale, but the fact that there is no season 3 just, I mean, they could have just given them even like a TV movie or something. Oh, but anyway, it made me think about other endings. There's a movie that I love very, very much, and there's next to no flaws with this movie in my opinion. I love the movie August Rush. Anybody else love August Rush? It's just so beautifully acted, and the talent of the people, and I mean, Freddie Highmore's awesome, and I love Carrie Russell. She's just amazing, and I love her hair. I know that shouldn't count for like a lot, but she has awesome hair, and that should count for something. But I know I love that movie, but the one thing that has always made me go, huh, that's awkward, is at the end. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen August Rush, pause this, go and watch August Rush, and then come back because you might have the same concern. It's beautifully ended. He's on the stage. He's just conducted this orchestra. He's wowed the world. The mom and the dad have wandered forward and been drawn to him, and standing there in front of the stage, seeing him take his final bow, and they look across and their eyes meet and they smile and they found each other after all of these years, and it's just the most beautiful thing. But then you have, my dog is making the weirdest noise. Can you hear that? That was my dog snoring. But then you have what happens next. They don't show you what happens next. You kind of wish that they gave you like a 6 months later kind of thing at the end of the movie. Okay, they found each other after all these years. They're happy to be together. But then they have to realize that, I mean, she knows that that's her son. But he doesn't know that that's his son. He doesn't know there was a kid. He doesn't know anything about that. So, I mean, yeah, he's finding her and he's going to be happy, of course. I mean, it's his soulmate, it's clear. But he doesn't even know he has a child, let alone this boy that he randomly played guitar with in the park. It's one of those things where afterwards you're like, there's so much more to this, and it just ends there. And that's just the one movie that I can think of. The other one is in 50 First Dates. It just has one of those endings too. You're like, oh yeah, it's nice and warm and fuzzy, but when you think about it, you're like, there are so many plot holes. There's so many issues with this, and I'm not going to bother talking about it because Hank Green did the best job in the world of that, and I will just link him somewhere in this general direction. I'll link that video. It's an amazing video, and he has all of the points that I thought of when I watched that movie. Another one that I kind of think of, and this is movie and book. Going back a couple weeks ago, I talked about my favorite books, and I talked about Narnia. I love the Narnia series. I love Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The one thing I think of at the end of that book and the end of that movie, and it's kind of addressed in the following book, but these are kids that have now lived a lifetime to become adults, and then have to go back to being little kids again. They have to go back to being like, how old is Peter at the beginning of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? He's what, like 12? 13 at the most? They're all very young, so all of them have to go through puberty again. That sucks. I mean, yeah, they've just gone and they've had this amazing adventure that's in their head, but now they know what it's like to be like 30, and they have to go through puberty and teenage hormones again, and that just bites. And every time I read them, I'm like, man, this sucks. I'm sorry, guys. They do kind of address that in the books, but can you think of other movies that, or even TV shows that were canceled too soon, but can you think of other movies where you're just like, okay, nice ending, but... Or even movies where you're like, seriously, that is the ending? Are you kidding me? Let me know below. This is just the one I thought of off the top of my head. It was on my mind. And, yeah. Just let me know your thoughts. Just curious. Also, have you checked out my video from Kensington Market? It was awesome. Such a great day. And I will link it to in around about this area. I'll put the link right there. So, yeah, go check that out. It was a lot of fun. And we had a great time. And I hope you're doing well, and I hope you don't mind 3 extra days of me in May. And then I may take a break from vlogging for a while.